Hello, my name is Sean Ferguson, and I'm a probation officer for Placer County. I've been a Red Cross volunteer for 15 years, and I'm a certified CPR and first aid instructor, have been for 9 years. We had just left Del Campo High School, a play there, and my wife and I were getting something to eat at the corner of Madison Avenue and College Oak, and it was raining that night, and we saw a young man get hit by a car on Madison Avenue.
My name is Nick Hill, and I'm 18 years old. Sean saw me get hit, and he was in the drive-thru of Jack in the Box getting food for his kids because they were just in a play. I don't really remember that night too well, or at all, in fact. But I was walking down the street, I guess, and I guess I was talking on my phone, and I got angry for some reason and threw it into the street and just walked out to get my phone at the wrong time.
I told my wife to call 911. I left the vehicle in the drive-thru and ran down to the street. He wasn't moving and he wasn't breathing, and I didn't think he was alive. I noticed that Nick was starting to breathe again, but he was having a very difficult time because he was laying face down in the rain, and there was a lot of blood. And so I spent the next 10 minutes keeping his airway clean and wiping the blood out of his nose and his mouth until help arrived. And I remember feeling very confident that I could help him until help got there because of the training that I got from American Red Cross.
My name is Janine Odell, and I am a Red Cross volunteer. I volunteer to teach CPR and first aid classes, and I'm also a disaster volunteer. I nominated Sean because when he told me the story about saving Nick's life, I felt that he went out of his way. He made a conscious choice to act in a situation he didn't have to. And as a result of his actions, he saved somebody's life. And this is why I teach classes. If in all the years I've taught and will teach, if there's one person, who's saved, it's worth every minute that I teach.
There's no way I could thank you enough for saving my life. My family would have been devastated without me, and I wouldn't be here without you. So I just thank you infinite amounts.
My name is Patty Letawsky. I've lived in the Sacramento area pretty much all of my life, most of my life, and I have a passion for rescuing and adopting out companion animals because there's just a great need for it with the numbers of animals in shelters that don't have homes. This is Doodlebug, or Bug as we like to call her. From the beginning, there wasn't really any rehabbing I needed to do with her. She just is a really sweet dog and loved everybody, but one of the ones that just got overlooked. Rescues can come from many places. They can come from animal shelters, basically street rescues, people that are unable to keep their animals, and we take them into our program and we make sure that they're spayed, neutered, healthy, have all their vaccinations, take care of all their medical, and then there's also the behavior aspect that goes into, because the chances are much better that their home will be a forever home if we can make sure that they have nice manners and have our house broken. So we try to put the time into doing that and very selectively choosing the homes for them so that they will be in forever homes. We always want their next home to be their last.
My name is Brandy Duncan, and I nominated Patty Letawsky for the Red Cross Animal Hero for a number of reasons. The first being that Patty is the total package. She's involved in everything from being on the ground and fostering animals into her own home, all the way up to working with the legislature to help craft legislation that's fair, balanced, and actually based on what dogs and cats really do, not just what people think they should do. Patty is the co-founder of the We Pay to Spay program for pit bulls and pit bull mixes at the SPCA, which has helped prevent the births of thousands of pit bulls over the last few years that the program has been going. Pit bulls and Chihuahuas are currently the highest number of dogs in shelters that are difficult to place just because there's so many. So to have spay and neuter preventing a lot of those animals from being born helps in ways that we're just now being able to measure.
My name is John Steiner. I'm the Assistant State Captain for the Patriot Guard Riders, Capital Region, here in Sacramento, California. I'm an Air Force veteran. I served for 26 years, and I saw what the Patriot Guard Riders were doing, and I liked what I saw and decided I wanted to be part of that.
My name is Mickey Giacomo. I'm the Second Assistant State Captain in the NorCal Capital Region of the Patriot Guard Riders. I've been with Patriot Guard Riders since May of 2007. I first saw the Patriot Guard Riders at the Veteran Cemetery in Igo, California. I saw what they were doing, and I thought, that's pretty neat. I think I'd like to do that.
My name is Bill Waits. I'm a native of Sacramento. I've been a member of the Patriot Guard Riders for about 3 years. I nominated Northern California Assistant State Captains Mickey Giacomo and John Steiner because they put in tireless hours in coordinating all the missions that we do.
My first mission for a killed in action serviceman was 2 years ago. This past February, I was invited to the Gold Star reception in San Francisco. And Gold Star is a term applied to parents that have lost a son or daughter in combat during hostilities. They had a room set up where each family could put up a small table about their son or daughter. And on display was something I'd never seen before. It was a citation to accompany an award he was given posthumously. This young man was 19 years old when he was killed in action. The citation was for the award of the Silver Star. The Silver Star is the third highest decoration in the nation, second only to the Army Cross and the Medal of Honor, and he was only 19 years old.
My favorite story while I was in the Patriot Guard was my very first mission. And we were honoring a fallen World War II veteran, one petite elderly woman who was obviously a World War II veteran. And she came to attention and saluted. And she held her salute as she walked through the full length of the flag line. And I thought, I can do this. This is something that I can give back.
I don't think the Patriot Guard Riders get enough credit for what they do. We get some pats on the back when we go to the airports and doing send-offs, and people see our flag lines, but we do much more than that. Oftentimes we'll meet a soldier who's been killed in action, meet them at the airport with our flag line, and oftentimes we're the only ones there. And to me, that gives me great satisfaction to know that we paid our respects to that soldier.
My name is Bob Thornton, and I'm the Regional Manager for the Placer Area Capital Region Chapter American Red Cross. And I'm part of the team that gets to nominate Wayne Batchelor as a Youth Service Award for our heroes.
My name is Wayne Batchelor, and I am a certified lifeguard at the Calaveras High School pool. And I've been doing it for about 2 years, and I'm certified with the Red Cross in all my lifeguard training. It was a normal day, like usual. There was only a few people at the pool, so we had a few kids swimming in the shallow end. And this little girl was swimming, and she was sitting on the steps with her mom. And her mom went over to go grab the other kid who was swimming away, and she told her daughter, stay on the steps. And so I was watching her daughter, just to make sure if she was all right. And she went out there and started to struggle, and I was going to give her a second, to see if she was okay. And she ended up going under, and I had to dive in, and I didn't really think much. I just kind of saw it happening, so I just jumped in and swam over there as fast as I could, and just knew I needed to pull her out of the pool. I didn't really grab her like you're supposed to. I just, grabbed her out of instinct and pulled her onto the concrete and flipped her over on her side and got all the water out of her lungs, and she was okay.
This young man reacted quickly according to the training that he had just gotten a couple weeks before as a lifeguard, certified lifeguard with the American Red Cross, first aid training and CPR, and he saw this young lady in the pool at Calveras High School, and he watched her, realized that there was something wrong, jumped in, pulled her out, put her on the decking, and turned her on her side and got her breathing again. And because of that training that he received from the American Red Cross, he helped to save this young lady's life.
Sophia, the girl I rescued, is doing fine now. I talked to her recently this summer and she's doing good.
My name is Matt Silvey. I work for the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department. I've been working there since '96, so 15 years.
My name is Mark Limbird. I'm a deputy with the Sacramento Sheriff's Department. I've worked for the department since 1998.
The night of July 3rd, I was dispatched to an incomplete 911 phone call. The text of the call said basically that there was some arguing in the background and then someone hung up.
At that point, Matt was the only unit that had been dispatched to it, and had asked for a unit to cover him on that call. So I answered up and voiced that I would cover him.
I looked at our CAD system just to see where Mark was coming from, and he was a little ways off, so I decided to wait once I got near before I made contact with the house. I stopped about a half a block away from the house and was waiting for Mark. Had my window down and I heard some yelling outside, and then I saw a subject walking down the driveway of the house we were supposed to be going to, and the subject was carrying a rifle. So I approached him and using my PA in my car, directed him to drop the rifle. He immediately turned, shouldered the gun, and fired around at me, striking my car. I returned fire, looked up, and he was still standing. At that point, I stuck my car in reverse, backed out.
As I pulled up, I noticed Matt on the side of his patrol car and asked him if he was okay, and asked him, where the suspect was at. Pretty much shortly after asking Matt where the guy was, he came walking directly at us. As he had gotten closer into the light and come out of that dark street, we noticed that he had a handgun in his right hand.
We repeatedly told him to drop the handgun. He didn't comply with us.
And unfortunately caused us to, we were fearing for our safety and also safety of the public, to fire our service weapons.
We immediately called for fire to come address his medical issues, but before they could get there, he succumbed to his injuries.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Donna Cox. I'm here today because I nominated two officers, Deputy Silvey and Deputy Mark Limbird. I'm so proud to be able to do this today and honor these two deputies.
Deputy Jason Ramos, Public Information Officer, Sacramento County Sheriff's Department. The Sheriff's Department is very proud to be able to recognize the actions that our officers took. To be able to take control of the situation and handle it the way they did is very admirable. So again, we're very proud to recognize their achievements on this.
My name is Todd Reiners, and I'm the Executive Director of Homeless Outreach Program Effort, which we call HOPE. And our mission is to consistently offer the homeless a friend who can bridge the gap between our homeless community and human assistance programs.
Hi, I'm Sherry Noble, and I work at the Sacramento Bee with Todd Reiners. Todd, to me, is what Hometown Heroes is all about. He's an everyday guy who is out there doing heroic acts of kindness in the community. When he's not working one or two jobs, he's out there on the streets doing outreach for the homeless. I think his mission is simple: do whatever it takes to get those people off the street and into better lives. And he does this by helping with finding shelter or assistance with social services, and he's even known to take them into his home from time to time, and I just think that's amazing. Such as the case was with Mr. Richard Neri. He was a homeless man living behind a gas station on Howe Avenue.
I befriended a gentleman named Richard Neri. Like many others, you realize he had no chance, but you were able to bring friendship into his life.
Todd was the kind stranger who took him in and helped him reunite with his family, who had been lost to him for 37 years.
It was Christmas Eve. I was able to find his daughter. She had a posting on Facebook, and it said, all I want for Christmas is my dad and a Coach bag. I didn't know what a Coach bag was, and I knew I had her dad, so I emailed her back and I said, well, I can't help you with a Coach bag, but I think I know where your dad is. The thrill of seeing somebody win at life, you know, when the odds were so against them, just inspires me every day.
While a lot of us are searching for our life's calling, Todd understands his and embraces it, and he uses it out on the streets of Sacramento every day. So that's why Todd is my hometown hero, and I'm so happy that the Red Cross has recognized his efforts with the Spirit of the Red Cross Award.
Hi, my name is Brittany Martin, and I'm a lifeguard at the Cosumnes Wackford Center, and I've been trained by the American Red Cross. It was the late afternoon, and I was scanning my area, and I noticed a girl with a little boy in the water, and I could tell that something wasn't right. She helped bring him over to the side, and we got him out, and I blew my air horn to activate the emergency action plan, which alerted the other lifeguards. I proceeded to check for breathing and a heartbeat, and I didn't